just wanna be heard. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, my cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, in the field like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
On the ready.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the double.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
He's checking.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this time he'll look to throw. That's complete to Sharp. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Hey, high 7. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down. Eason. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Fair.
They'll run for it. Cook, a big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done. Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
On 3rd down, Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Derrick Henry. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 41, Jackson flush to his right. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Well, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
61, match box now.
Off play action. Eason. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Cook. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, Eason. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Let's go.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like when we talk about the defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Operating from the gun. Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A first down carry for Henry. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Here comes the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run. It's Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, watch the show. Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
Throwing is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. An 18-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Rock it, rock it. Give me that ball. Ready?
Kill. Turn. Kill.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On second down, here's Henry. Breaks through the contact. 23 yards the pickup there. And we were down in the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Henry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. First target, first catch, and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Who that? Who that? Bang, 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 bang. Now.
2nd and 5. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
70, Indy.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Eason. Position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
Break. 59, mark. Check, 59. Oh, here we go.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Ravens. 49 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the 2nd level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score, Ravens 42, Vikings 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Hey, Charlie.
Line 51.
From the gun, Eason. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First target, first catch at a first down. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Eason. And his throw is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
This is taken at the 18. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get... And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It's 2nd down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check the hot read. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. And it was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
51 the mic, boys. 51.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A gain of 6 there on first. Off play action. Eason, you got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off the play. Looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Eason. Well, this one complete to Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Back to throw. Eason. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Again, it's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. On his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's their very first clunker of the year as they'll fall to 12-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take no. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots.